Hello, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching. So my name is Grisel Gutierrez and today I'm going to share with you some tips that helped me a lot when I transitioned to a keto and a low carb lifestyle. So tip number one, please, if you have a medical condition, just make sure you're signed up by a doctor. This is so important because sometimes we get so excited with this diet, with the other one, and we learn like how fast you can actually lose some weight. But I think you should not start a diet without seeking advice from your medical doctor, okay? Tip number two, make sure you educate yourself. Learn a lot. This is very aligned to the first one. Just make sure you learn a lot about these diets. Why are they good? Why are the cons? Why are the pros? Because they all have pros, but they all have cons as well. So just make sure that according to your medical conditions or according to your specific needs, what are the diets that are going to be able to suit you better. Also understand like what type of food can you eat on each of those diets, because that's also going to help you a lot, deciding and understanding what's going to be the best diet for you. And like the key to be able to sustain and maintain a diet is making sure that you can eat things and food that you actually enjoy and that you like. So that's my number one priority here. So tip number three, get essentials ingredients. So as you may be aware, there's a lot of different ingredients that you need to be used on a low carb and a keto diet. Why? Because of course we're trying to eat less processed food, and we're also trying to have food with the least amount of carbs and net carbs. So now you will have to buy ingredients that you didn't have before, and they're not like random ingredients that you by chance will have at your pantry, so you need to get them in advance. But my recommendation honestly is don't go too crazy buying a lot of ingredients. Just try some of them. There's a lot of brands offering the same staple. Just make sure you try them out until you kind of find out which are the best brand for you. Plan your meals on ahead, guys. Like if you are really committed to start a diet or changing to a new lifestyle, my recommendation would be just plan your meals ahead. Yeah, we always say we don't have time, especially if you're a full-time employee like myself. We don't have time. I spend a lot of time in traffic. Like I could be using that time to actually cook. But the truth is, there's always time to do the things we really want to do. So my recommendation is just, plan your meals in advance, understanding like organize your shopping list as well. Like what do you need to get in order to prepare X amount of meals for that week. So what I normally do, I cook all my meals on Sunday. That way I'm prepared for the week. Like now, because we are like in a different unprecedented times because of COVID, it's a little bit easier for me just because I'm working from home still full time, but I don't have to commute, and that helps me a lot to be able to even cook my meals for the same day. Like I don't even have to cook in advance because I can cook my meal on the day. However, when we go back to normal, I will have to go back to my meal plan, and that would be my main recommendation. And even if you're working from home, honestly, sometimes I do find myself prepping, just because sometimes you're just go back-to-back meetings and you don't have time to even do anything, and it's just easier to grab something that you have already made for your diet on the fridge and just to reheat that. So keep that in mind. Tip number five, start slowly. Like honestly, there's not a rush. This should not be a rush. Like whatever your goal is, just make sure you start whenever you feel confident and that you feel like you're progressing little by little. Okay, so don't be too harsh on yourself, and there's no rush. Just be consistent. So this is super important. Going back to the previous tip, just make sure you have a goal. Like what is your goal? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lower your blood sugar? What's your exactly goal? It's what's gonna help you to keep you focused and maintaining that pace to achieve that specific goal. Be patient. Okay, so I know I've seen a lot of questions, people asking like, oh yeah, but I started, I'm on my first week, but I've only dropped 5 pounds, 2 pounds, but I have a friend that have dropped 20 pounds. Guys, don't compare yourself to anyone else. You're unique, you have a different metabolism, and whatever is working for them, it's not necessarily working for you. So do not stress out. Like starting a new lifestyle is already stressful, so don't stress out by comparing yourself. Another mistake we do a lot is scaling too often. Like that doesn't work. Just forget about the scale. Don't get me wrong, you don't need to do this every day, okay? And that should not be your only measurement tool to determine whether you're seeing some progress on your goal, whatever that is, okay? So that's really important. Tip number 8, so fasting. What is fasting? So intermittent fasting is very recommended when you are transitioning to a low carb on a keto diet. And even if you're not, it's very recommended because they have a lot of health benefits. So what is fasting? So fasting is like when you have an eating window already defined and you can only have meals during that eating window. So for example, my eating window, and that's normally most people eating window, is like from 12 p.m. Every day until 8 p.m. So what that means, like I'm not having breakfast, I'm skipping breakfast, and I'm only having my first meal of the day at 12 p.m. And then I can have meals until 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., I'm not allowed to eat absolutely anything until I start the cycle once again the next day, starting my first meal of the day at 12 p.m. Okay? It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's easier for me, to be honest, just because I'm not used to have breakfast, so I don't have the need to have a breakfast on a daily basis. But I know this is a huge struggle for a lot of people. Again, go back to my tip, to my prior tip, start slowly, like don't be too harsh on yourself. You don't have to do fasting, intermittent fasting like every week. And then as you feel more comfortable, you start increasing that periodicity of the meals, okay? And then of course, it's not like you can eat what you want during the eating window. You need to make sure that you're also having healthy meals, because otherwise, I mean, it's not like you're gonna lose weight even if you only eat for those 13 to 16 hours and you're not eating healthy. So keep that in mind, guys. Fail forward. So why this is so important? Going back to one of my previous tips, getting the essential ingredients list. These are ingredients that we're not used to work with them that often. So that's why you need to be open to fail forward. Like you're not gonna get the recipe on your first try. You could, because there's some other recipes that are really simple to make, but some others that require some other ingredients like, you know, psyllium husk, flax seeds, santan gum. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish, there are gonna be some recipes that will require a couple of try. That's totally fine. Like honestly, I've been even have to make like a couple of ones, even 4 times, because I still don't get it, and I'm still working on them because I don't get them 100% as I would like them to be, and that's totally fine. Don't feel demotivated. Don't feel like, oh no, this is not for me. Take your time, because we're open there, and you're not gonna be the first one, so that's fine. Don't let people demotivate you. So this is something very important to keep in mind, guys, just because when you're starting this new lifestyle, people are gonna have different opinions, especially your families and close friends are gonna tell you like, no, this is not healthy, this is not good for you, you should not be doing this or that, and totally that's fine. You know, they just want what's best for you, and that's acceptable, but that's why you need to educate yourself and be signed off by your doctor. And in some instances, they might be right. Like there might be some diets that are not gonna be good for you, but that's why you need to do that research process before committing to a specific diet and be signed off by your doctor. So don't overlook it. Last but not least, tip number 11, relax and enjoy. Like this doesn't have to be in a stressful situation. Like get to know the ingredients, start to know the diets, educate yourself, make sure you understand what type of food you can have within the diet that you choose, so that way you can make that transitioning process to a healthy lifestyle more smooth, in a way that you can continue eating all the things that you like, but in a healthier way. Okay, so keep that in mind. And it's all about balance. Like sometimes whenever I do want to have that pasta or that cake, it's totally fine. Like just make the balance, just make sure you have a goal, just make sure you have like, you know, follow all the steps that you need to follow in order to reach that goal. But don't be too hard on yourself. If you want to eat that thing that you have been craving for so long, just go for it. You're not gonna go back to your previous weight just because you have this or that one day. So it doesn't work like that. But again, it does require to making the right balance. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have really enjoyed this video. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have a comment, if you have a question, anything, just please let me know, comment below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you. Bye bye.